So when people say, oh, what shall I call you? And I says, call me whatever you call, but make sure you pronounce it properly. Oh, that photo makes me look old. Ko Hineamaru ro pati tōku ingoa. So ko hau te mama o Kataraina. She's the reason why I currently have stretch marks, and it's not because of these fry bread. I was supposed to go to Hausi, engari, ko tēnei te kaupapa nui.
Tarofa! I'm Eteroa Lafaele, Hineamaru sous chef.
Looking forward to sharing this kaupapa with you fellas that my mum had showed us. You know, it's really funny how you say it has to sound good and no one talking. The first ingredient is the plain flour, not a self-raising flour, it's a plain flour. But one of the most important things, whānau, is to make sure that you check the expiry date. Your second ingredient is your huka, so sugar. Some people say, can I use a sweetener? Can I use a honey? Can I use something like a brown sugar? Kareko. This is for fry bread to put more voluptuous cellulite on your body. However, if you want to be extra healthy, you could use Himalayan salt. Tērā, Himalayan? Oh yes, ka pai. So this is pretty new for us, because in Matawai we just use big bottles, the ones that you put in hot water and let it sit until it gets bubbly. This one here, whānau, is instant dry yeast, and you just put the sachet straight into the flour, which we'll show you very soon. It'll be the same temperature where you can poke your finger in, or like a bathtub temperature, ne? Not too cold, not too hot, just in the middle. Those are your main ingredients. Make your flour, you want to use 1 cup. Can be a big cup, a little cup, or skinny cup, but the cup's got to be the same cup. Pot instead of a bowl is because you can make fry bread in anything. So when you're in the middle of Matawai and you've got no bowls, then you can do it in a pot. Don't go off and buy any expensive bowls just to make a fry bread. Use a pot. 3 of these cups of this flour. So been brought up in Opahi. Our prawa was actually our main kai. Kai was not a kai without a takakau or a prawa prai or a tunutunu prawa. So we're going to put 3 of these fellas in here. 3 cups of flour, prawa, and then half a cup of huka. There you go. Half a cup of huka. Just a pinch. Never knew the science behind it. However, the science around yeast, because yeast itself is a rising agent, ne? He tupu haere. And put it in. Yeah. I must say that the most beautiful kai that we used to have growing up was tuna, smoked tuna, fried tuna in butter, baked tuna with onions in the stove. The main sure thing was the prawa prai or the takakau. Eteroa ngā tera te pai o te kauta, me kōrero noiho, katakata noiho, ngautuara, rapu whakaro, ko wai hapu ana. See, that's the juicy bit about cooking. The sad thing about our kitchens back in the marae is that we've got so many machines that peel the potatoes, do the hangis in the machines and in the steamers. But ko ngaro ana te reo o te kauta, being able to sit around, peel riwai, te katu one another, make it, and then the next fellow will make it even more juicier, makes the yarn even better. So that's what it looks like at the moment. Now, what makes this an X factor is how you handle the flour and how you mix it. So what you do is that you open your fingers and you're mixing everything inside. All around, that's a nice feeling, yeah. Ka pai. And you gotta do it with love. Pono. Is that this is a great opportunity to find out if your auntie dropped her false teeth inside the sugar. Yeah. So you pull that fella out. Yeah. As long as it's not auntie's teeth.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. The next kaupapa is to make sure that it looks like a volcano in the middle. Put a hole in the middle, because there is a method behind this madness, ne?
Crater.
A crater, aye. If you don't know the name of anything that's sitting on here and you go, oh, can you pass me the mea? That's why you got to be trilingual when you're sitting around Ngāti Hine. You know your reo, you know your English, and you know your Ngāti Hine. Everything is a mea. Ane, mahana te wai. So you put 1 cup. So this is the action. So you're going to be swirling it like that. Whereas I pour it in, I'm swirling it in the middle. Kapai. So you're not sort of thinking it all in. The reason why I'm swirling it in is so that you don't get those big chunky dry bits when you're eating your bread or when you're cooking. There you go. Yeah. Yes, yeah, swirl.
Aroha.
Yes.
Aroha, right.
So while you're swirling it around like that, whānau, it's pulling in the dry from the sun. Excellent, that looks great. Yes, well done. The science between yeast, the yeast will grow if it's in a sweet and warm environment, and then it'll grow, right? And so what our prawa needs is somewhere warm, it's already sweet with the sugar, it's got some moisture with the warm water. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some hot water in this bowl here. There, and then I'm gonna make her own bathtub. Put this pot in the middle. And then get a towel. Can I have a towel, please, Mr. Ropati? Mama Kataraina, she goes, what about this and this? That's why it's holding the camera. It's been watching me make fried bread and now it thinks it's a gun. I'm putting a clean cover over the top, sitting my pot in another pot. You could sit it in your sink. That's making a warm environment for the yeast to grow.
Wow, it's like a bain-marie.
Yeah, it is like a bain-marie. Very cool. So that'll take about 10 minutes to rise. However, due to the speed of the camera, we have already made one in advance.
Hey.
Yo. That's what your dough should look like. Okay. So if you have a look at this one I just made before they arrived.
Wow.
Same ingredients. And what I've done with this one is that I stood it in a frying pan. Because you're using the same science of that. So this here, if you know how to make a fried bread,
yes,
you'll be able to breed 6 kids.
Oh my God.
That's right.
6 under 10 kgs.
So so this is one of the introductions to being married into Ngāti Hine. You got to learn how to cook. But more importantly, know that your tāne know how to cook.
Oh, amen.
That's right, yes. What happens is that when you put flour on your fry bread into your oil gets paru. Now oil, you just poke your fingers in there, oil, rub it on your hands, and you'll find that the dough won't stick. See? Me pēnei. Tauta your oil in there, me pēnei. Iti can have 1/2, kapai, and I'll have the other half. Now here's the other part, is only use your fingers and not your palm. All right, so what I'm doing here, I'm going to use up this flour because I got it in front of me. Remember I was saying, kawe momo ngā prawa. And so what you're doing is just you're folding it in and pushing it into the middle. Fold it in, push it into the middle, and then roll it out like that. Yep, and so this is the action, whānau. You're using your fingers when you're doing fry bread. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and when you look out there, you say, oh gee, plenty people coming. 4, 5, 6. To check your hinu, you pinch a little bit off and you drop it in there. If it sizzles like that, it means that your hinu is ready. This is really important. Make sure that you got hot hinu, not too hot and not too cold. If it's too cold, then the hinu will go into your dough and sit there, waiting like a virus to be landed on your ass. So,
Clean your bum.
A glass. Use your glass. Now the reason why I got these glasses is because If you only got a little bit of dough and you look at it, oh, jingus, that bloody hamu's back. You downsize your glass, right? So you can get more bread, right? So what you do is that you hold your glass and you pop it in your oil, and then you cut. You cut and pull. See? Scoop up, see the end there? Just scoop it in, cut, and then just pull it to the side. That's very good. Make sure you don't land on the floor.
Oh,
See? And if you're in a hurry because that kuya's like, you just all you have to do, you're not fussy, you just pull, cut and pull. You want to impress your in-laws and you want to do a grazing table, you use a little shot glass, drink what's in there, dunk it in your oil, and then you have little ones. Some nice little fry bread, put it in. Those are really nice when you got mokapunas, right? If you want mokapunas, mind you, my mokapunas never waste the bread. And they always hog for the big ones, so. You'll be able to say to those kuia said, mohine, I'll come and help do the fry bread. And then they're gonna say, oh, tino paiana tēnei mokopuna. And so you can see that it's making air bubbles on the top, and you just flip it over. And as you can see, the brown underneath coming to piece. Nice and light. So you see that still brown there, so just let it sit a little bit, and then she's browning herself up. Make sure that you got at least an inch of oil inside your frying pan, not a light one, because you want it to float around, not stick to the bottom. So now that she's a professional in making fry bread, she's asking for the next level. So you can put Nutella and fold it. You can put power inside. Takes a little bit longer, a cook power. Put it inside and then it'll cook, and it is super light.
And those of us on a 12-week challenge,
Yes.
is there an alternative rather than oil?
What you can do is instead of eating that one, you can eat this one. That's your alternative. And the other one too is learn how to master the tongs that you've got, because you can have tongs that are, because your hands are oily, that they can be quite slippery, and so the tongs will flick, and then you might end up in someone else's eye or your own. This is actually not called cream, it's called calcium. It's calcium. It's great for your teeth. Calcium. Yes. Yeah. And then so you got your cream. Right? You got your cream and you got your jam. I don't have any more homemade jam because once again people think that they're entitled to it. But they won't sit there and peel the plums or anything for it. Yes.
These two enablers.
Yeah.
Oh, so you put cream and jam?
Yeah.
Oh! I've never done that before.
Yeah. The other one.
Show us that, show us.
Oh.
Bon appetit.
Some jam in there too, cuz.
Yeah.
Manuia, down!
Manuia.
It is so delicious, eh?
Yes.
Nakadanaw.